What's the biggest factor for people not moving up the maturity model that you see or hear, or when you're talking to people, that it seems to be?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So we've done a lot of interviews with people who've taken the touchdown research, so we can dig in a little bit more on some of these questions. So the first, when we talk to organizations who are like, I'm not very far in this process at all, or I started and I've kind of hit some roadblocks. Those roadblocks tend to be things like, I don't know how to get access to the data, right? That seems to be a big one. How do I get access to the data? And so teams that have been successful on that front usually have a couple of different ways to do that. So either their organization is starting to use concepts like data lakes or data warehouses where that's not necessarily production data. Production data happens someplace else, and these are more collection places, and they can access the data there. So that's one way of doing it. The second way is they've usually created tighter relationships with IT departments, so that IT understands why they want access to the data. And they may not have direct access to the data because, of course, we have to be worried about data security and data privacy, but there's a stronger linkage in that handoff. So when internal audit says, I need access to this data set, and here's all the parameters around it that I'm looking for, IT is providing that back to them in a way that they can then sort of double check the validity and the completeness of that data, and then they can run their analytics on it.